قال الله Alhaina Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahabashai, Hamashiach, Wamalakia, Ba'ashem, Harawat, Wakakodash, Barakatham, the water by Babal, Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, to the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and city Shalom. Y'all gotta forgive my voice, it's real early in the morning. But I want to go ahead and do this video about Trump. Basically, how the nations are laughing. Let me drink some water. So yeah, all these nations are laughing at Trump because he basically wants to take other people's land. And of all people on the country, on the planet rather, they want to take allied countries. These people are insane. Now I got a video pulled up right here, and it's called "The Entire World is Laughing at Donald Trump and the United States." So let's go ahead and grab this video, and then we're gonna bring out some scripture. This ain't gonna be a long video, but it is important to what's going on today. So let's just go ahead and let it play.
Donald Trump has spent several weeks now, especially during his weird, rambling, incoherent press conference on Tuesday, talking about his desire to annex Greenland, to annex the Panama Canal, and of course, somehow make Canada the 51st state of the United States. So essentially, we have a man who is not yet sworn in. However, he is already making enemies across the globe by threatening to take their territories away from them, and in the case of Canada, take your whole damn country away from you. Some people dismiss these as, oh, well, he's just trolling. Oh, he's trying to get better deals from these countries by making these threats. He wouldn't actually do it. He's just trying to scare them into submission. Well, if you're of that belief, which I do think it is a lot of trolling, however, trolling or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is that according to new reports, including national security experts, Trump is pissing off our allies.
There it is right there. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that they shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that which destroy the earth. Who destroys the earth? America. Small hats. Only ones. So yeah, all these nations, including the United States allies, are going to shoot nukes over here and destroy the United States. It's just that simple. It's prophecy. Now let's go to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yeah, they pissed off because this dude ain't even clocked in yet, man. And he destroying his nation. He is on overtime destroying his nation and ain't even clocked in yet. But that's what Edomites do. And a lot of y'all people out there who don't think Trump gonna do this, y'all don't know the nature of Esau. All he do is take people's shit. If y'all have been paying attention for the past 2,000 plus years, yeah, this man's history. He never learned how to live and let live. All he know is take, take, take.
And, even worse than that, has made the United States the laughingstock of the entire globe. World leaders and citizens in other countries are laughing at the United States right now because we have this wannabe despot that is about to become the president of the United States again. This man who thinks that he has the power to engage in some kind of global expansion of the American empire. And they're laughing at us. And we better hope they keep laughing, because when they're not laughing, according to these reports, they're getting pissed.
Yeah. If they're not laughing according to the prophecy, they're getting pissed. This is all prophecy.
And again, I know that Donald Trump and Republicans love to tell us, like, we don't need y'all. We don't need these other countries. We don't need these allies. We're big, strong, tough America. As I have pointed out countless times since Donald Trump's election, no, we're not. We're actually really, really not. We're only as strong as our allies allow us to be. And you may be thinking to yourself, but wait, Farron, our military, right? We got the strongest military in the world. Probably.
Probably not. Because of the United States, today's technology. That's why. Esau's military is based on technology, not personnel. And if you were going by personnel, the quality of personnel that the United States recruits for their military is dwindling. You got fat people, you got alphabet people, you got lazy people, you got entitled people. These people are going to get, I don't even know the word. Defeated is an understatement. They're going to get drugged. You got selfish people that make up your military. All of these people are as just their leader. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that scripture. Because if your leader messed up, the people are jacked up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. What manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So if you got a super idiot in office, you're going to have super idiot citizens. It's just that easy. Now let's go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4 and 5. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So this man is off. He was born wicked, but y'all still try to trust him. Verse 5, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. They just want everybody to worship them. A bunch of fucking idiots who don't know what to do with power. That's how you know who power is for and who is not for. Because the people that power is not for, they don't know how to use it, and it's obvious. Power is not meant for Edom. Edom too proud and stupid. So no. Power is not for you, Edom. Let's let the video play.
But at the same time, our military is so strong because why? Because all of those other countries out there, including Greenland, by the way, allows us to have military bases there. We keep pissing them off. All they have to do is say, you know what? Pack your crap and leave. And
exactly. That's what's going on in Honduras right now. Because Trump, he can't be satisfied. He is as deaf, just like the average Edomite in the United States. They cannot be satisfied. The president of Honduras said, that the United States had bases down there in Honduras rent-free for decades. And now you talk about taking more shit. She said, just pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. And a lot of nations are having that same sentiment. Japan has had this sentiment toward the American military for years because all they do is go over there, get drunk, destroy shit, and rape and fight and destroy and trash the place. All these nations is tired of the United States military because they are wild animals. It is what it is. Get mad, I don't care.
Sure, the U.S. will be like, well, fine, we're not going to protect you. Okay, well, yeah, that is a loss for them, but at the same time, they still have other allies, other countries that would be willing to protect them. And the U.S. has so much financial interest in these areas that in the end, we would also end up joining and protecting them. But again, we can't go it alone.
See, that's the whole sentiment of Edom. And it's ringing throughout the whole nation of Edom. They feel like on a global scale, the world is getting away from them, and they are right because Edomites, they look at the shit they do. Verse 6, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 still. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That thick clay is their debt. Because the United States, they say that they're $34 trillion in debt. They lowballing it. It's well over 200 trillion. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them. Booties is spoils of war. So yeah, all these nations gonna turn and rob. And that's the next verse, verse 8. Remember, spoil mean to rob, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Verse 9, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's not going to happen. Esau is about to be judged. Verse 12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. That's what he trying to do with Greenland. He just want to take it. That's what he trying to do with Panama. He just want to take it. Let's go.
This point in world history, nobody can truly go it alone. You want to keep pissing off Canada? They've already threatened to cut off electricity to parts of the United States because, it comes from Canada. They also bring us most of the oil that we consume in this country. Keep pissing them off and watch how high gas prices get. They've got us by the privates.
He's right. Esau is becoming weak. Proverbs chapter 6. And we start at verse 12. This is Donald Trump to a T right here. A naughty person, a wicked man walking with a froward mouth. Froward means difficult to get along with. Verse 13, he winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teaches with his fingers. All that movement, that dumbass dancing. Listen to this, verse 14. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord, always causing division. This group against this group, they hate me. They doing this, China doing that. See, he ain't bringing nobody together, but y'all think this idiot gonna make America great. All he do is start shit. Verse 16, these 6 things that the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Verse 18, a heart that divides of wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. Verse 19, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Every time he get behind that podium, he causing division. But for some reason, these people think division gonna bring everybody together. That's not gonna happen. That's not physically possible. Division gonna bring y'all together. No. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verses 14. And this is what's about to happen when all these nations turn on America. Put yourselves in array against Babylon around her, round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows. The arrows are the nukes. For she hath sinned against the Lord. Verse 15, shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. And this is what's about to happen to all these elites, these wicked people behind the scenes, behind the curtains that's causing all this chaos and misery and oppression and destruction. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 18, therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria. Verse 22, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Verse 23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? It's about to go down. Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Yep. And we can go down to verse 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, our power, the vengeance of his temple. Who's the Lord's temple? His people. Verse 29, call together the archers of Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done, do unto her. For she have been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Yes, she has. And it's time for this bitch to burn.
Put it mildly. Panama Canal. Panama owns it. Yes, we may have helped build it. Yes, we helped fund it. But they own it. You want to keep pissing them off? Watch them cut it off for us. And then see what that does to the price of goods you buy at the grocery store. You want to keep pissing off these other countries? Like I said, what if they kick us out? Tell us to shut down our military bases. We don't need or want your protection anymore.
That's already happening. Like I said, the lady in Honduras, she want them gone. Japan want them gone. It's a few more countries, a few nations in Africa. They want them gone. They ain't doing no good. What are they doing over there that's good? They ain't doing nothing but stealing. Matter of fact, when what's the boy name? Donald Trump Jr. When he went to Greenland, even another Edomite said, "Oh, we need to be worried because a rich man over here asking about our gold and our diamonds." See, all he want to do is take, take, take. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 4, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings. Verse 5, perverse disputings of men, corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. See, from such withdraw thyself. They think the most shit they got, they gods now. No, you just cover just thieves. Now let's drop down to verse 9 and 10. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. They just don't know what's about to happen to this country. Especially the elites. They really don't know. They don't have a clue. Let's go.
Well, that harms us. That harms us with national security. It harms us with responsibilities. We're the ones who suffer the most from this. So again, we better hope that they just keep laughing and thinking this is just a funny joke. Because if they get pissed off enough, we are the ones that will pay the price. Thanks for watching. Former
And he's correct. Now we get a couple more scriptures and close. Let me see where we at. Come back to this. Go back to this.
Donald Trump.
All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. And this is pertaining to the elites. What's about to happen to them? Verse 20. Well, this is after the nukes are shot off. Verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. That's the milites. Verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited. You don't want to visit from the Lord. That's not a good thing. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. And this is once again going into what's about to happen to the elites. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. See, it's basically saying hell can't wait for these elites to get there. And hell is a condition out of place. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. See, it has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, all of them going into slavery. Verse 10, and they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, they're gonna be brought down off they're gonna be kicked off their pedestal by the Lord. They're going from sugar to shit. Verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, the worms cover thee. That represents death. Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now, all you Christians out there, this is not talking about the devil fighting God. He got kicked out of heaven. No, this is Esau falling from his rulership. Heaven is considered rulership. Captivity is considered hell. Heaven and hell are conditions. So when it says Lucifer falling from heaven, it's talking about Esau, because Lucifer means illuminated. The elites consider themselves to be the illuminated ones. So this is talking about the elites falling from their condition of heaven. Let me read it again. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? That's Esau falling from his heaven, because he's about to weaken the nations, starting all these wars. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 59. We can close on that. Point's been made. It's going down, because see, right now the Lord got California on preheat. The oven ain't even warmed up yet. Isaiah chapter 59. And this is describing the Edomites and why it's basically explaining why everywhere they go, there is no peace. We can start at verse 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness. Verse 4. None calleth for justice, nor any pleader for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity. Verse 5. They hatch cockatrices' eggs and weave the spider's web. What is a cockatrice? It's a mythical dragon with two legs and a rooster head. He that eateth of their eggs dieth, and that which is crushed breaketh out into a viper. Meaning, this basically translates to, if you partake in the wickedness of Esau, and if it doesn't kill you, you become worse than Esau. That's why you got the 2/3 club of Israel. That's why you got your P. Diddy's. They are worse than Israel because they were taught by Esau. Let's to the verse again. He that eateth the egg of their eggs dieth. Now you got some Israelites in Hollywood that committed suicide because of the wickedness, or they end up getting taken out by the elites. Either way, it's the Lord's will for them to go back to the spiritual world. So if that Hollywood madness doesn't kill you in some way, you end up worse than Esau. You end up worse than the person who created you, which is Esau. Esau created niggas. The Lord created Israelites. Esau created niggas. Listen to it again. He that eateth of their eggs dieth, and he that is crushed breaketh out into a viper, worse than before. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. This is Esau right here. Verse 7, their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Verse 8, the way of peace they know not. There it is. They don't know how to live and let live. That's why they want to take everybody's shit. And there's no judgment in their goings. See? Why? Because of Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Let's finish this scripture. They have made them crooked paths. Whoso goeth therein shall not know peace. That's why people commit suicide to get away from Esau and his bullshit, especially when he lock you in one of them bogus ass contracts, finesse you with that paperwork, sell your soul on a piece of paper with that paperwork. You sign that contract, you can sold your soul. And a lot of people, it didn't turn out to be what they signed up for. And the only way to get the fuck away from Esau is to put that thing to your head and pull the trigger. So that's why you got a lot of celebrities that commit suicide to get away from Esau. And see, but it's not going to happen with these nations. All these nations going to come together and blow this bitch off the map. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith the Lord. So it's your own fault, Esau, because you wondering why the Lord gonna get rid of you. Look at the shit you do. Call Allah Imla Lahayana Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Yabashim Hara Waka Kakodash Baraka Thumb Bawada Baba Bar Wakram Yasharala. Shalom.